Giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kodash, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. This is, make this real quick. This is based upon another video, the video that you see before you. GMS Babylon is falling. MOTB, we going to chip you and make you our slave. Now, I'm going to entitle this video MOTB for complete dummies. I'm talking about those of you that go to school on the pickle bus. Anyway, so I stopped it right here. I urge you to watch this whole video. GMS Babylon is falling, puts up great videos. And not most of the time, but a lot of the times I do a video based upon the video that he does or did in the previous videos and other certain brothers. So anyway, this is right here. This caught my eye. 3 minutes and 10 seconds in. You see the World Economic Forum. Now you see this image right here, which represents three sixes, right? But if you see it like that, you're going to say, I don't see no 3 sixes. I see kind of like a half a hula hoop. Well, this is called, let me do this. Bring this back 5 seconds. This is Davos.
Wow.
Davos agenda. What is an agenda? Agenda is you might want to do, you might want to set up an organization. You might want to make $1 million in the first year of that organization, that business. You have a plan, which is an agenda. And once you reach that plateau, you want to go to a higher goal. Your ultimate agenda is for that company to make $1 billion a year, whatever the case may be. So this is Davos. If you don't know about Davos, which is in Switzerland, every second January of the new year, you got these super elite, rich people that meet, come up with ideas and such. But anyway, this meeting that they have is called the we call it the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Economic key. So now check this. Now this is the symbol.
The
World Economic Forum.
World Economic Forum serves a series.
Look at that.
Of
Look at that. Stylized 666. You can say no, those are just zeros with a feather through it. See, they'll tell you the truth, but they'll hide the truth in plain sight. Right here, let me come back again for you pickle bus people.
Wow.
The World Economic Forum.
See, if I tell you this represents 666, no, it doesn't. But if you can't see this,
serves a series
if you can't see that, then you need to stay on the pickle bus. So let's go ahead and let it play.
You can't just say, look, we're going to chip you and make you a slave. You need a marketing plan, right?
The World Economic Forum, CBDCs, and the control grid. CBDCs stand for, is an acronym for Central Bank Digital Currency. And we here at GMS were the first to break it down to you, which is one step closer to the MOTB.
You want to make it fashionable, particularly the young people.
You said you want to make, let me bring it back. I didn't listen to what she had to say. Her name is Fitz, something here it is right here. Catherine Austin Fitz. And I think she worked for the government. She could be controlled opposition.
The choir.
The World Economic Forum serves a series of different purposes. You can't just say, look, we're going to chip you and make you a slave.
You can't just say, look, we're going to chip you and make you a slave, because that's ultimately what it's going to do. The reason why these other leaders from these other major camps can't see it. They see it. They just got a bag. They just got bags. Because if you can't see it in this time frame and prophecy, you took the bag, or you're just an idiot.
If you need a marketing plan, right?
You need a marketing plan. By the way, that's how Bishop Nate, that whole marching with the purple and 12 tribes worldwide, that's all. They had a marketing group. I can't tell you which group it was. Had a lawyers, PR firm, marketing group. When somebody becomes a singer, I'll give you an example. I saw a video, Apostle Gabar showed me this video, of Prince when he was 12 years old. And he was on there was a car accident, he was one of the witnesses. And you see, he was 12 years old, 12 years old, and he had a child voice. And you can clearly see that's definitely Prince when he was about 12 years old. He, I believe he was 15, so I don't know the backstory, but it's somewhere around. He was looking for a job, he couldn't find no job. But he started playing instruments, and he just picked up on it because he already knew how to play. Remember, he was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart in his previous life, so music was in him. He was born to play music. So when they marketed him, they had a whole the marketing firm, PR firm. You know, he has this music coming out of him, but we just can't put him in street clothes, so they had to give him an image. So his image, by the way, he had the same look as Mozart. If you watch the movie Amadeus, they had the ruffled shirts, the 18, I'm not going to go all into it, but it was in the 1800s. Give me a second. Let me do this. What year did Amadeus die? Okay, he was 17. Okay, 1700s. 1790. So 1780, 1770, 176. Let me see something. When was he born? Okay, 1756, 66, 76, 86. So he died young. He died, remember how he died? He died of candida overgrowth. Parasites took over him from the inside out. Right, he died at age 35. They wasn't too keen on antibiotics, you know, at that time. And now this is the Edomite. They Edomized him. That's not how he really looked. They Edomized him. Amadeus is a black man. Let's see what comes up. Okay, not a black man. He was a black man. A light-skinned black man. Okay, let me see something here. Let's open this up. Race was Mozart or Amadeus black. He was a lot lighter. You can hardly read it, but I'm not going to go all into it. Beethoven was also black. Let me see. See this whole get up that he got? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this is the real Mozart. Look at the you can look at these two. Look at this outfit he got on. Look at this. Good. With the kind of white scarf, the kind of hair, and look at him right there. So when these marketers PR people got together. Here it is. Got the shirt, you know, and that's him now. So they market him as the new Amadeus. Maybe they knew he was. Maybe they just thought he was. But he was Amadeus. So like I said, they had to give you an image of him. Look at this. Look. Let me see something. And that was a cool look. Eric Benet, they gave him a certain look. They had marketers and PR people give him a look. When he performed, he didn't wear no shoes. That was part of his look. Give me a second. Amadeus. Oh, let me do this. Let me do this. Wait a minute. Hold up. I put in Amadeus. I didn't put in Prince. Why did they have Prince in here? Huh? As you can see, okay? Let me go Prince. Prince, Amadeus is Prince. Give me a second. Let's see what's going to happen. So he had these marketers and these PR people. So we're gonna make them look like somebody from the late 1700s. This is Michael Jackson's son, Prince. You see it kind of dresses like Prince. Either these Edomites knew that he was Amadeus, or I don't know. Look, there it is, purple. Look at that. Talk about Purple Rain. All right. We saw the movie. It was a bunch of us. It was at my house. It was about 3 in the damn morning. We saw. We went. I believe it was Netflix. We said, let's watch Amadeus. We watched the whole movie, and throughout the movie, we saying, that's definitely Prince. That's definitely Prince. That's definitely Prince. 2.5 weeks later, he died. I'm sorry. I'm changing subjects, but there's lessons within lessons. I believe this was a Victorian era, mid to late 1700s, Victorian era. Look at this. This is how Prince would dress. So they had to know this guy was Prince. Look. Which is a good movie. Look at that. That's how Prince would dress. Give me a second here. Anyway. Give me a second here. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, here we go. Is this it? Go back again. Go back again. There we go. Got the white scarf necklace type piece. Got the same thing. The hair is kind of curly. Kind of a split to the side, the collar, the long collar, the thick collar. So anyway, I'm sorry. Let's come on back over here. So in order for people to, give me a second. In order for people to take it, they have to make it popular. They got to make it, and bring this back again.
And then we're going to bring out a few scriptures. We don't need to spend long, because we all know, for those of you that have truly woken up to this truth and understand what the word mark means, charagma, then, yeah, speaking to the choir, singing to the choir.
The World Economic Forum serves a series of different purposes. You can't just say, look, we're going to chip you and make you a slave.
We can't just chip you and make you a slave. So she's talking about the MOTB.
You need a marketing plan, right?
You need a marketing plan. In the case of the IUIC, put on all purple and gold and march, get about 2,000 men and march down the street. That's your mark. That's part of your marketing plan. People are going to come.
Right. So you want to make it fashionable, particularly the young people.
Yeah, it's all in chip. So I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
And they're marketing and making all of this seem cool and groovy to young people. Once you are chipped like livestock, you know, the control implications are phenomenal.
If you had the choice, would you implant your smartphone into your head?
That chip can do a lot of other things other than just, you know, help you get.
People are going to say yes to it, are going to be people that don't understand the prophecy and revelation. GMS is right on the prophecy and revelation. Don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to sound like a broken record. I come to the conclusion that these other Israelites sold the fuck out. They got a bag.
Get into the office building.
The World Economic Forum explicitly supports transhumanism. And one of their...
Transhumanism, as a matter of fact, I'll look it up. I know what it means, but I want to see what they say. Let me do this. Transhumanism, meaning the theory of the belief or theory that the human race can evolve beyond its current physical and mental limitations, especially by means of science and technology. Part of that is a microchip. Once that chip is put in you, you have experienced transhumanism. Trans meaning to change, from machines to man and machine coming together. The chip makes you a half human, half machine.
Advisors, Yuval Harari, talks glowingly about this are hackable animals, and that...
Yeah, this guy, Yuval Noah Harari, he's a happy person. He's a famous guy. He's part of this whole thing. He lives in Israel, but they'll tell you, this is fulfillment of prophecy that we're in Israel. Well, wait a minute. If that was fulfilled, then the law would be number 1. So you wouldn't have no happy people in the land of Israel. You wouldn't have a happy parade. You wouldn't have a Tel Aviv, Pink City. But because you people do not study and you're stupid, they can pull the wool over your eyes. Watch how many people, especially you black women, they're black women, they're going to be fighting to get the chip. Because they're going to cut their food stamps off again.
Now man can take over his own evolution, and it's going to be by design.
By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design.
Natural selection means the strongest animal survive. So you become stronger with the chip, especially in your brain. The ones that don't want to take it, they'll be weaker. Then they can get rid of it.
Not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design.
He's saying that there's no God. We don't need God. That's what he's saying. That's what this happy person is saying.
And the intelligent design.
But you got these boneheaded jakes that keep, see, you got these guys, these black guys on the corner saying they're Israelites. How appalling is that? I'm kind of offended at the fact that you're saying such things. We don't give a damn about you ninjas.
Of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud, these are the new driving forces of evolution.
They truly do think it's their role to play God. Now they want to be putting all kinds of sensors in our body. I was just this weekend listening to a banker talk about how the central bank digital currency is actually a chip that would go in people's wrists.
With the CBDC, central bank will have absolute control.
Central bank digital currency.
And you know what Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is going to do with these false leaders? He's going to destroy them. Did not he do it to, did not he take Tazadak, the gods, so-called gods and comforter out on April Fool's Day? He's going to take these niggas out. But in time.
Which they're in the process of implementing globally, will give the central bankers ability to make the rules as to how what we think of as money is used and enforce them. Right now, the financial system is not really a financial system, it's a control system, which means if they don't want you traveling more than 5 miles from your home, they can turn off your car, they can turn off your credit card.
That's digital slavery. And the majority of the people on the planet Earth don't even know that it's coming.
If they decide inflation is going up and they want to shut it down by freezing everybody's bank accounts, just like the Canadian truckers, they can freeze your bank accounts.
Banks have started to freeze accounts linked to the protests. Freeland said this was in trucking protests during the time of the sea ragamuffin. So they already have, they can cut your bank account. That's why I want everything digital.
They have complete control and they can manage it all with AI and software. So you will have the equivalent of, 24/7 Stasi teams on you every day, all day long. And it's not your money, it's their money, and they control. It's not currency, it's a control system. Do I think the World Economic Forum is a decision maker in any of this? No, I think they're marketing. They're like the ad agency. The other thing is they're identifying people as talented and sucking them in, so the World Economic Young Leaders.
All members of the Economic Forum. Trump was at the Economic Forum. They're all set up to push an agenda. Oh, not him. Oh, not good old Anderson Cooper. Alumnus of Young Global Leaders.
a way of sucking everybody into the plan.
A really interesting recent executive order from the Biden administration was being called the transhumanism executive order. And on the first page of this executive order, it says explicitly, we want to be able to interact with cells in the same way that we interact with software. The government wants to be supporting transhumanism and bioweapons research.
Now's the time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there.
They're all part of the same club. It's a two-party system. I think we are blind but seeing, blind people who can see but do not see.
The idea of digital money is not new. Many of us use debit and credit cards or payment apps for transactions. But
I had to use it today. I went to BJ's earlier, about an hour or so ago, and I'm hoping to get the cash part so I can put cash in. I like using cash. It said, he gave you a bunch of choices of cash. I took out my bank card, boom, took the money out.
what would make a central bank digital currency different? It could make payments faster, allowing for immediate settlements and no processing delays. And it could also make payments cheaper.
We have no economic or financial problem. You do have people leading and managing the economy who want to centralize control. Digital technology gives them the ability to not only control centrally, but control centrally in such an invasive way that what I described, their goal is slavery. We live on a planet where we're not allowed to know how the governance system at the top works. So my nickname for the governance structure at the very top is Mr. Global. Who is Mr. Global? What I can tell you is here are the lines going into the top that I see as being the most powerful. Because money is a great mapping tool. You can use money to map out what's really going on. So big pharma and healthcare is aligned. Military is aligned. So they're putting up the satellites. Intelligence is aligned. And then we have the media pouring out the propaganda. We have the tech people building clouds and the telecommunications. And then we have the central bankers engineering central bank crypto systems. So these are the functional sectors, and they have different powers. They're trying to keep them separate so that you can't see how they're going to come together to institute the slavery system. As we centralize, they all benefit from helping the centralization, and they cooperate.
So anyway, you can watch the rest of this. He's showing you a lot of clips from different videos. This is 9:34 in. Let's see what this is all about. If you want to change the future, you must change what you're doing in the present. Okay. So anyway, on to the next Shalom.